Welcome to two different intros today.
Welcome to the right show.
To the Eye and Shade show. Woo! So we are listening to Shades of Spirit, but I have to say, you guys, I totally do dig the Eye of Soul intro.
Well, it's a good intro.
It's a good intro, but
I mean, for the Jamie show, it's fine.
So whatever. On the other hand, it's cool. It makes it fun.
Oh yeah.
It brightens my day when, I'm not the only one that makes a little snafu. It's fine. Mm-hmm. But that's all right, because Spiritwalker Nicole's over here shuffling a new deck of cards.
Mm-hmm.
You having a good time?
I am.
Yeah. We have been around. Did you say maybe?
You said wee.
I'm excited because there's some new things on the horizon for us, and that's what's always exciting. So today you're getting Shades of Spirit. I almost said Eye of Soul, stuck in my head. And tomorrow, in place of my Eye of Soul radio, we are actually going to be doing Shades of Spirit again, and that will be our
last episode of season 1 of Shades of Spirit.
Season 1 has come to an end, you guys. So it has been a year that we have been doing this. We have been honored to be able to work with Transformation Talk Radio and the awesome producers and our website. And I mean, there isn't enough accolades we can give them for what they have been able to create with our ideas and visions. And we have gone back and forth on, our own financial places and where we're going to go in life and what's moving forward. And so we're actually in the process of being able to create a season 2 of Shades of Spirit on Transformation Talk Radio. But that means that it's going to be fresh energy, new topics, new guests coming in, which is so exciting. And to be able to end season 1 with Jody, our good friend and connector, as I like to call her, tomorrow. Her book has finally finished. It is in all of the, she's done. It has gone through the editing process. There's one little thing they're fixing and it's going out on Kindle. So we're going to have her on tomorrow at 5. You guys need to join us for the story because I talked to her for a long time today about anything and everything under the sun, but we talked about her book and certain aspects of her book and stories that I have never heard, which are, pretty raw at that as well. She is putting it all out there as a woman, a mother, a woman entrepreneur, a wife, a widow. I mean, you name it. And Jody has probably been through it. And she's putting it out there in order to support other women and men in these situations. And
I like it because she's real.
She's totally real.
She is your neighbor.
Yep.
She is your best friend that when you need to pick up that phone, she's going to be the one answering on the other end and helping you through it. You need a body to bury. She's got the shovel. I mean, this is our girl.
No,
too far.
No, yeah, too far. It's not Eye of Soul Radio.
Okay,
it's
sorry.
Shades.
No, she's really good people, and I love that we're going to help her launch that book and promote it, and she's gonna do amazing things with the book, and it's so often we have writers on the show or whatever, and they're amazing, but they're like. They live off somewhere in La La Land, and whereas Jody, she's like, boom, she's here, she's with us. She's not this mythical person that just goes to retreats and writes, like she's got screaming kids. She's got the everything.
She did a pandemic.
Yeah.
She did homeschooling because, well, we all did. In her garage. So you guys can go back to our show with LaShawn, and we had Jody on actually when we transformed her garage into a school zone. All the while, working next to her husband and writing this book. And it's just amazing when you put your mind to it, what you can accomplish. So that is tomorrow, 5:00. Please join us. Today, we're kind of doing just a little mishmash. I love it when we just kind of let Spirit take the wheel and let us go in the direction we're supposed to. We actually have some new decks in front of us from our past weekend, which we're going to talk about here in a second. But if you guys want a reading, you need to let us know in Transformation Talk Radio's chat box in Facebook or Shades of Spirit LLC if you're following us over there. You have to just say, hey, I'd love a card. Our fabulous producer, Jacob, will put it in the chat box, and at each break we will pull a couple people some cards, some of our new decks that we can't wait to get into, and give you messages as well. But speaking of which, we took a little trip not in a little rocket ship. So for my mom friends out there or dad friends out there, you know the little Einstein song. We traveled by car, but you said, let's get the heck out of here. We need to disconnect from the human life, and you found a fabulous little retreat.
Yeah.
Uh, we're in San Diego, you guys. It's not that far. Some of you might have heard of it. It is
Two Bunch Palms.
Two Bunch Palms. We're going to give a shout out to them right now because their hospitality is through the roof.
Yeah.
And even though they're still in some of the COVID restrictions, so their spa is not open. That wasn't what we went there for anyway. But I can't wait to go back for some of the amenities that they have. They still made it to feel like it was personal.
Mm-hmm.
And I have friends and family that have gone there, but I didn't know the cool things that we were going to be able to do when we got there.
No, they have they're it it is a little woo woo, but that's what we're about here. And I think if you're listening to the show, you're probably a little woo woo too, admit it or not. But it was, and the joke was, I was like, hey, let's get out of here. And who goes to the high desert in the middle of or end of July? When we first got there, it was well over 100 degrees, but I don't care. It didn't matter. Like it didn't matter.
It started out as a dry heat.
Yeah. But they've got these mineral pools there, which are very hot. But when the sun goes down, that's when most people will go out there. But there's pools all over the facility. They have there's something called the grotto, and it's like these pools with lithium in it, and it's just you float in them, and it's amazing. And the pools are open 22 hours a day. They only close them from 6 to 8 for cleaning, but it was amazing.
So the interesting thing about the lithium pools is they're mineral springs, right? It is literally an oasis out in the desert. They found it got early 1900s, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And what they do is they tap into those springs. That's why it's anywhere from 95 to over 100 degrees in each of the pools, depending on which pool you're in, how deep, how shallow, right? And they have teak tubs as well that you can fill up with the mineral water, which the cold is not cold, folks. It's about 95 degrees.
Yeah, they do have one cold pool that's 85, so that's still
Woo!
Refreshing.
Well, when it's 100 outside, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
But at the same time, with lithium, it has been used for a very long time. And the thing that, I took away from it was that it is kind of a mood enhancer. It does, our skin is our largest organ in our body. It absorbs that energy. It absorbs the nutrients, whatever you're putting, on it in. And I have never felt so heavy and grounded and spacey all at the same time, ever.
Yeah, well, what's cool is like you go and they have a pretty. I mean, you have to be 18 or over, so you can't take the kids on a trip like this. But they like to keep the facility overall very quiet. Like if you're walking around yakking on your cell phone, you're probably going to hear about it from one of the staff members. But like in that grotto area they have people will go and sit in the pools and just meditate. Like you're sitting, laying whatever in water and meditating, and you just feel different in the water.
It's about connection for me, right? And so, yeah, anything we do ends up being spirit related, that's for sure. But at the same time, it is about that connection and letting go and feeling the effects of that water and how it made me be in a different space and time and be grounded and connected and be able to meditate. I mean, we literally would float and take turns so that one person could just hold that space while the other one was in that water, and to connect with our guides, our spirit team. We're going to get more into, some connections that we make on the other side as well. When we're in this space was amazing, but also the activities was
they have
so cool.
Yeah, like they have included activities if you want it. You don't have to do it, but if you want it, here it is. There was, what did we do? We did a tarot class with the instructor. There was amazing. We really, really liked him. And I think they have these classes daily or every other day. So if you go for a weekend, you're going to be able to hit it. They had a painting class, and you did much better at that than I did.
I'll get my picture out later, guys. It's just phenomenal. But
yeah,
it's about the connection with, with your spirit, with you just being able to sit there. And you guys have heard us talk with Ashley, psychic artist Ashley as well, on that part of it of how we can disconnect and be in a different place. It was a mindfulness practice, right? Now, who the heck puts out foxtails and little tiny green things and says paint away? At the same time, it really took focus. It took connection. It was moving the energy out of our sacral chakra, which is what we needed to kind of open back up the creative flow within ourselves. So that was, a very beneficial class just in the standpoint of art therapy and being able to just release. And I mean, our teacher loved hers because did she go the norm? Nope. She had a blue vase. Well, the vase was clear, see-through. She didn't have the foxtails. She had all of this color in there, but it tells a story about who we are, what we're going through, what we connect with. So that was an awesome one.
What else did they have? They had an angel reading class, which the lovely woman comes and you pull some cards and she reads them for you. So angel readings. And a leather making class. We made bracelets.
Yes, we made bracelets. Not this one. This is LaShawn the Luminous Mystic's newest one. We'll get to that. So no, I mean, we were able to do activities and be creative and be in that moment throughout the day. And then you go to the lithium pools and you take a walk on the property, and it's just this meditative mindfulness space, and you can just connect at such a level that I haven't done. And what's funny is we talked about this too, is that I honestly felt more connected at Two Bunch Palms with the activities we did, the people that we met, the energy around the space, the property, everything, than I did in Sedona, which is very interesting, right? So we've got to go to break. I have 4 people up right now. I've got Chris Bomba, Carrie Shelton Helton. Hi, we have not heard from you in quite some time. Love that you're joining us. Liz Fisher and Dana Bergeson. So you guys will be pulling cards throughout the show. Like and share. Let everyone know we're on. We're doing some card readings and we're doing some soul work today. Honestly, I'm just sharing with you guys our experiences to connect. So take a break so that we can do our work on this side, and we'll be right back after these messages. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Shades of Spirit. I am Psychic Medium Jamie.
It's Spiritwalker Nicole.
We're doing some readings. We're doing some chatting. It's just kind of an open day here for us. We're letting Spirit take the wheel and just guide us in the direction we're supposed to. But we wanted to share part of our experience of just being reconnected, right? And, we can take these little getaways every so often throughout the year just to do that. I know that my human side has kicked into overdrive lately because there are a lot of human things and lessons and financial obligations that do come up in our lives. And at the same time, the feedback from you guys has just been absolutely fantastic and wonderful. Of just, if you got to go do what you got to go do, don't lose the sight of it. Keep us connected. Let's all bring it together. And being able to go somewhere and finding such a space of peace and connection. Honestly, we've had a lot of readings. We've met a lot of readers along our lifetime here. And Palm Springs did not disappoint with some of the readers out there. We can't read ourselves. Nope. It's very hard. We can pull cards. We do that. We might be able to tune in once in a while for each other, or, hey, LaShawn, pull me a card. I need a different perspective. But at the end of the day, to really get those messages, we have to go see someone. But it's very hard because we know
our bullshit detector is on
Thank
high.
you. All right. I was going to say, I was trying to be nice about it.
That was nice. That's the nicest way to put it.
We had readings from, again, the tarot teacher. He did a reading for each one of us after the class, the angel messages over at Two Bunch Palms. And then we both had a reading in town at, I believe it was Crystal Fantasies was the shop that was called. And they were mind-blowing to the point where I even stood back and was like, holy cow. They are amazing at what they do. Hey, Lisa LePage is on. She's going to get a card today, but you need to go to Crystal Fantasies. Since I know you're listening, there are 2 different readers there. I'll give you his information of who read Nicole and I. Blew my mind to the point where he shook my hand and knew what physical ailments were going on within my body.
Yeah.
And we've got Linda. Yay! Our Linda. Yes. Oh. All right. So you guys are all getting readings today. So with that being said, connection is important, you guys. Being able to connect with your spirit team, your angels, the ancestors, the elders, your family, your friends. And that's what we met. we set out to do on that trip, and it did not disappoint. So, do you want to start or me? Because
Yeah.
we'll talk more about our trip, but let's do some readings because
Yeah, let's do it.
we got it going on
Pay
here.
some bills.
Did you say pay some bills?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Spirit bills.
Yeah. All right. So you're going with Chris Bomba.
Okay.
Okay.
Chris, I have this amazing new deck, which I will let you
Oh,
display.
yes.
Thank you.
Please, Vanna.
This is the Archangel Oracle card deck, and you think, oh, it's kind of basic, which is fine. I like basic. I don't need it to be too crazy. And any kind of angel deck, I freak out over because I love learning about all things, how other people see them, feel them, connect with them. I drew you a Archangel Uriel card. And this card is talking about coming into harmony and balance and using your power for peace. And if you look at the card, it's got an eagle on it, and it's the angel is standing there just looking up into the stars, which I really like with the world down below. Um, so Archangel Uriel is an angel of peace, and he also helps people like balance and come into harmony with both themselves and others. But he still is, what this card is talking about is you may have been feeling unbalanced or just, I want to say, not necessarily out of harmony, but just you could use sort of that balance. There are certain situations that could use a little angelic assistance. So make sure that you, if you have those little disruptions, let's call them, in your life, that you're calling in the angels. You call in Uriel because he's really good at, taking sort of a powerful stance, because sometimes, it's great to have like a gentle approach in some situations, but sometimes you got to stand up and you got to use that power, and you might not have that voice, or you might just not feel that power. And that's when you call him in, and he really helps you with that. And, he stands close to you, wraps you up in his wings, whatever it needs to be done, and can help you find that balance that you're seeking. Or maybe there's some conflicts going on within the family. And sometimes it's up to you to be like, okay, enough. This is what we're going to do, and take that leadership, take charge role. And then it might be something as simple as you have that and you're like, you know what? I'm going to step back. I'm going to put myself first, and I'm going to take myself out of the situation so I can see it more clearly from like a higher perspective, and just what needs to be done. Because ultimately you can't control other people, but you can control your own actions and how you, the guidance that you give, the advice that you give, and what you're doing. But it's always good to call on those angels, and Uriel for that. There was a line in here that I liked.
Chris is digging this. Absolutely.
Okay.
You're right on track.
It says Archangel Uriel envisions the freedom and happiness of humanity and works to dissolve anything that prevents this. If your aim is harmony and balance, he will help you to understand and release all that is outmoded within you. So also I'm seeing my particular sign that I get from Spirit about release and intentions. And it's not a shameless plug for what we do, but we do have something called a release and intentions, if you've not heard of it. And basically it's totally private. Jamie and I kind of guide you through it. And it's really sort of where you sit down and you write down. No one gets to see your paper. This is all on you. We do them through Zoom as well. So there's, there's no pressure, but you write down, you write down the things that are no longer serving you. And it might surprise you, the things that you write down that may be little lingering issues that you weren't aware of, or that you go, wow, why did I write that down? And then we take you through the process to kind of kick it off and release that energy back into the universe, and really kind of get you straightened out. And it's just, we give you some tools for your tool belt and show you how to do it. Something that we practice. We did this at Two Bunch Palms. This is not something that we just, hey, this is what you should do. We practice what we preach. We do walk our talk, and it really, really does help. And I'm always surprised by what's on my page, always, because I just kind of let myself go, start writing. And when I look back at it, I go, I didn't even know that shit was bothering me, but it is. So anyway, my point, connect with Archangel Uriel. Bring that power back into you, and just understand what a powerful ally you have in the angels. Uriel, as with all the angels, but Uriel is particularly powerful and can help you guide that, because he uses wisdom and knowledge and can kind of infuse you with that to kind of get you through this situation, and for your highest and best. And he's awesome.
I love it.
Yep.
All right. So I got Carrie Shelton Helton. You're going to do Dana.
Okay.
We've got a big list going on.
I think we better shut up and keep going.
You guys shut up and keep going. We'll take shorter breaks, you guys, so we can get to as many as possible. So you're going to do Dana, and then you're going to do Mia as well.
Okay.
but that might be after our break. So let me get to Carrie Shelton Helton. All right, Carrie. So I pulled your cards at the break. I got the adventure card and I got the abundance card. Now I love these. The adventure card is wonderful new experiences fill my life. So it's time for you to they're showing me hunker down and open up at the same time. And I said, that's confusing. But your guides are literally like, you've been hunkered down. You could start to open up. You can start to blossom like that flower. I'm not saying go find a butterfly and it's new beginnings and you're like, no, 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 no. I'm talking about hunker down. Like we just had lunch with our 92-year-old neighbor yesterday, and he told us all sorts of really awesome historical stories. But he talked about being, prepared to be bombed in England, which was, a fascinating story.
Back in the day,
Back in the day.
currently.
Not current. Well, he's 92, right? He's almost 93, but he talked about having to hunker down. And that's what they're actually showing me is like, you keep looking up like, all right, is it safe? Are we ready to go? And they're like, yes, it's time to take this on the road. It's time for the adventure, but please do it for you. Because I do feel like if you're going to plan something, you're planning it for others around you, and it isn't quite meeting exactly what it is you need. And that's where the abundance also comes in, because when we can be free into that adventure mode and we can start allowing ourselves to separate, you need to separate from the human self. We need to get you back into that more spiritual realm. Maybe take some girlfriends and go to Two Bunch Palms. Again, we get nothing for promoting these people. So maybe if anybody wants to start sponsoring us, that would be fantastic. But go find something kind of woohoo. There's also like Glen Ivy, San Diego's all full of different places. Rancho Bernardo, I'm not sure where you live, but there are places to where you can reconnect and kind of be in that space. Again, it doesn't have to be a spa. It could just be a hike. It could be a lunch out, but allow yourself that freedom and that adventure. For me, my goal was to try something new food wise every single, during that weekend, because I wanted to be in a different space. And that actually opened me up to different flavors and tastes. I love to cook, as you guys know. So adventure doesn't have to mean putting everything that you put in savings during the pandemic out there. It can be those small things. And the abundance is different than prosperity. So abundance is all my needs are met above and beyond my greatest expectations. So that's everything going on in your life. That is home, that is career, that is personal, that is spiritual. And it's all about connecting on that level. And then if we can bring that abundance energy in, then we can start channeling it, right? Because you already have your Akashic records out here ready to go for you. They're actually showing me, oh, you've got a really cool guide. He's going like this. All right, we're almost there. We've got about 3 pages left, and she's going to be on that prosperity track and bringing it back around, which is interesting because he's like, it's going to make a full circle for you. But at the same time, take in that abundance, take in that energy, allow yourself to be in that space, that creative flow, find the adventure. Like I said, even if it's the smallest things, like, hey, I'm going to try a new recipe tonight and the whole family's going to eat it and we'll see what happens. That could be humorous. But find that within, because it's time for you to start coming out of the bunker. It's time for you to start shining that light and allowing yourself to be in that space, and the abundance is going to continue to flow. You might have had a stall, right? They're showing me the door feels like it's almost closing, but you're going to kick that door open with that new sense of empowerment. And that's going to be really, really good for you. And I will leave you with that. Whew, we've got 3 minutes, so we can definitely do Dana, because remember, these are short readings. If you guys want a reading, you can book it at shadesofspirit.com. And I will talk about the new specials I will have for August in the office space. But do Dana, and then we come back from break. I'll do Liz, and you'll do Mia.
Okay. Dana, so what the card that you got is Archangel Zadkiel, and that's Zadkiel if you are interested. He's also known as the Angel of Mercy. And so when this card shows up, there is a need for forgiveness, whether it be yourself or somebody in your life or whatever situation's going on. I'm getting the feeling that you're a person that's very, very hard on herself. And so when I see this angel come up, that means it's time for me to let you know that just like while I was talking about the release and intentions, this might be a good thing for you as well. And to really sit down, take a deep soul search, like deep dive down in there and see what's coming up, what's going on, and understand that mistakes, we are human, right? We are here on this earth school to live this life, find out what our passions are, learn lessons, things like that. Sometimes we make, little speed bump mistakes, and sometimes we go off of a cliff and really, really screw up. I'm not saying that you've done that, but I'm just saying that it is time to forgive yourself for something. Or if there's something going on in your life that is you down, heavy on your heart, make sure that you are treating yourself with kindness and compassion. And if you feel the need to work on forgiveness, bring Zadkiel in. Um, he's really good. He's good for communication as well. He works with Archangel Gabriel for that. And it's just, let's find whatever this is and be good to yourself. Take that take that weight off, because the cool thing about angels is they are the purest form of love, right? They are sent to us and they do not judge us. No matter what we've done, an angel, if you call them in, will always show up, no matter what, without fail. All you have to do is invite them. Like they'll be at the door, you have to invite them in, and they can help you with whatever situation it is. So if you're going through something, or if you're just having a hard time getting over a situation, make sure you call in Zadkiel. He's here to help. He wants to help guide you through this, and just transmute that blockage, that energy, whatever you have. Give that to him, because he's going to take care of it. He's going to take it away, give it to the universe, do what he needs to do, and just take that weight off of your shoulders, because you've carried it long enough. It's not doing you any good. I'll leave you with that.
Love it. All right, you guys, stay tuned. More readings right after this break, and we will just continue having a great fun. A great fun. That's how I'm going to end it. We're going to have a great fun. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back in just a moment for more readings, you guys. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We're not even going to take a break. We're just going to go through the next half an hour doing readings, because you guys are fantastic in joining us for this lovely day today. The weather's been beautiful.
Absolutely.
Now,
you're welcome.
Jacob's already ranking up. I think we're at 4 or 5. Where are we at, Jacob? Where are we at in my absolutely's here?
That would be the fourth one since we set this up.
Gosh, so I am going to, we're going to have to make a special trip to Seattle just to pay off our debt to Jacob, which, you guys, is beer. So there we go.
You're always welcome here.
We'll continue on. Do we start fresh after the series?
Season.
Yes. That's fun. He's got one more day with us, and this one will end this particular absolutely phase. I like the word, but yes, it was an absolutely for Carrie Shelton Hilton for what you asked. All right, so Liz Fisher, I was able to connect pretty quickly into your energy. The adventure card out of this deck popped out, and I was like, I want another one, right? And so sure enough, then the next one came out. So for you as well, adventure, it's time to break free of the molds that you have put yourself in and created. So they're actually showing me kind of like when we make, resin and stuff like that, that it's the mold that we use. And that's where it's time to break it. It's okay to let it crack. It's okay to allow these things to fall. When I work with you guys in readings, every single time I connect with my spirit team and I ask one of my angels who works with me on healing and transformation, bring through the phoenix. So I want you to think about bringing that fire energy through your etheric body, right? I want you to work on allowing that energy to just break up what it is that's holding, that's being stagnant, and then letting it fall and allowing those cracks, not to see them as faults, not to see them as not beautiful, but to see them as a light channel, to allow this light to start to emerge. Because the second card I got for you is communication. Oh, I got the chills. And it says, I communicate from my heart, and love surrounds and protects me. If you are truly authentic in your communication, you are going to see the results, and you're going to be protected in that scenario. So I do feel that there are some things that you're holding back. What's interesting is that it's not affecting my throat chakra. It's affecting my third eye, my crown, this connection, which is interesting. It's a different feeling when it comes to the communication part of it. And yet I do feel that you are noticing this energetic change within yourself. It says, communicate from your heart and speak your truth without hesitation. Be willing to stand before the crowd and share from their center. This isn't the time to be shy and hesitant, but to heal through communication. You're a natural teacher. People are looking up to you. They want that connection. They need that sense of you that you knew. I don't say back in the day, I don't even know how old you are, but reconnecting with your higher self, reconnecting on that spiritual level, and allowing that energy to flow, because the light is needed for others to follow you on this journey. And I hope that makes sense for you. Again, these are short snippet readings as well. we've got so many of you on here that if you stick with us, we might go over after the show to Facebook because you guys are all asking for readings, which my spirit team is saying everyone's in need of something today. So stick with us through the rest of the show. So I'm going to leave you with that, Liz. You've got Mia,
Is
and
this our New Zealand friend?
this is our New Zealand. Yep.
Yes.
She is on a different time wavelength, different day right now, and she's tuning in. So you do her reading, and then I am going to do a reading for Lisa LePage was next on that one.
There's a season 2 of one of my favorite shows that they film in New Zealand, and it's coming out at the end of August. I'm super excited about it. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, my New Zealand friend, you got Archangel Muriel, Muriel. Archangel Muriel is an angel of love and compassion and harmony. And that word again, harmony, has popped up. So usually when you have multiple words or themes come up in various readings, everybody should be paying attention to that. So harmony is definitely something that I'd like all of our listeners to just really think about, and think about what that word means to you. And if you have it, do you have that in your life? Or are there areas that you could probably need some work? His Archangel Muriel is his great empathy means that he responds readily to the prayers of humanity, like especially those of people who are grieving or in emotional turmoil. He inspires them with hope and happiness. So you call this archangel in um, for whatever you need him to come in for, and he's inspiring you. They call it angel whispers. And so sometimes if you get these ideas, people will say, "Oh, you must have had an angel whispering in your ear." Well, that's not far off, because sometimes that's what it takes. Archangel Muriel heals by filling you with loving insights and wisdom. He enables you to see with new eyes and inspires you to show kindness and love to others. When you are at a crossroads, he gives you the courage to find a new pathway and helps you to choose with wisdom. He does this by lighting up your enthusiasm for the right direction. And sometimes we need that when we don't know which way to go. Something happens, and it's almost like, could somebody please just shine a light or tell me which direction? And that's what the angels can do. They can kind of, and sometimes they'll show you a direction that you didn't even think about. So you think, oh, okay, I can do it this way or this way, but instead they show you a different way, which is always nice. Many people are sensitive and intuitive and need extra comfort and support. If this applies to you, Archangel Muriel will gently center you and offer you the assistance that you need. He will also enable you to trust in your psychic abilities. So when this comes up, it makes me think and know that you are probably really coming into those psychic abilities, or you're curious about them or want to further them. And so it's a confirmation card saying, hey, you do have these. You have to have faith. And like on the card itself, it says, trust your own wisdom, have faith in your psychic impressions. And that's telling you that, like, this isn't just a coincidence. Like, get that word out of your vocabulary and start trusting. Look for the signs from your team. Listen. If you see a book that catches your attention that's on the psychic or spiritual, like, pick it up, take a look at it, see what, don't just dismiss it as, oh, that's kind of weird. Like, this is supposed to be in the recipe section. That's not. Okay. Your team is like actively putting things in your path because for a reason. It's up to you to see them, notice them, and go forward with them. And I will leave you with that.
I love it. Okay, so you guys join us. Jody is on right now. Jody, give a shout out in the comments. Say hello. 5 o'clock tomorrow night, we are doing another Shades of Spirit show. It's not going to be Eye of Soul. Jody is going to be on. We're going to be interviewing her because, ladies and gentlemen, the book is done. It's going out to Kindle, and we are the first ones to get to interview Jody of this monumentous occasion. I mean, I know that was a big word, right? You guys, if we don't get to your reading, we will jump over. Spiritwalker Nicole didn't know that. For just a little bit over to our page, Shades of Spirit LLC. We're going to go Facebook Live. We'll do more readings, okay? Right now, I've got Lisa. You've got Linda.
Okay.
Lisa, Linda. I feel like we're doing a cheer. Lisa, Linda. Lisa, you're always the overachiever, okay? So first and foremost, I don't know what's going on with your shoulder, if anything, your left one. It could be a mirror, so it could be your right. But as I was pulling your cards, I got this horrible shooting pain through my shoulder and into my hand and into my fingers, which was bizarre. And then 3 cards fell out. So again, these are awesome cards because I don't need the book because they're so self-explanatory. It's the commitment. My commitments increase my joy and my freedom. That's really cool. So you've got the commitment card. So sticking with what you know is what I'm hearing. And that is, everything that I love this. Okay. Everything you commit to makes those on the other side proud, because you're doing it from your heart. And at the same time, your commitments are also what continues to further your energy, right? Everything that you do that you don't get paid for is going to be paying off in some different aspect, some different avenue for you. So, if you're to a lot of volunteering, that's for darn sure. That is going to come back to you. They're almost like the whole threefold type of deal, but it's just going to be through a different avenue to where you can generate revenue, prosperity, that side of it. And the fact that you're doing your commitments from your heart is about opening and expanding that center. You're finally able to start breathing a little bit more after the past year, 2 years that you have had. And it's just settling back into that space. The enthusiasm, oh my gosh, for those of you that know Lisa, because there's a lot of you watching that know Lisa, she's been around with us since the beginning, like Jody. It's enthusiasm. I celebrate everything, in my life, and I live in limitless joy. Is that not Lisa?
Oh, totally.
I don't know about the desert zoo, Lisa. I don't know about that celebration of that part of it, but you would find the humor. That's what they're saying. You find the humor in everything that you do that raises your vibration. And then you got the passion card, and it says, I'm passionately accept and love myself. You are coming back to you, right? You have done it for everyone else. It's time for you to come back to you, to find that passion within for yourself, the self-love, self-commitment, and it's all self-enthusiasm, self-commitment to continue that ascension process. And as I kind of put these away, I always forget until I move into your energy to do your reading. And I have this pain again. I don't know if your dad had pain in his shoulder or arm at any point, because anytime I move in and he shows me a frog, I get this weird shooting pain in my shoulder, and it really makes my hand almost go numb. But he's like, you got this, kid. You got this. Like, he wants you now to put you first, and you're done putting everyone else first. And he goes, and that includes all those cute grandbabies. And he's there for the celebration this weekend. And he's there for every other celebration you guys have. Just know that he is on this plane with you, which is very cool to watch the parallel to where he doesn't have to be up here, because he still wants to experience all of this with you guys right now. And he says, with everybody being together this weekend, you guys need to know that he is celebrating each one of your wins, losses, accomplishments, whatever your heart's desires. Ask him. He says, I'm ready to take that on and help you move to the next level. I just got the chills, and I will leave you with that. What do you got for Linda? And then I will do, let me cross this off. I will do Ina. Sorry, I'm not going to say your name right. B over at Transformation Talk Radio's side. So I will have Ina.
Okay.
You got Linda?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. We had the last Archangel card was Muriel, and this is Mariel, Mariel. And Mariel is a power card. So even
Ooh.
though it's, pink and light and all that good stuff, this is a power card. And Archangel Mariel supports your healing. And you're going to know exactly what that means. So I think you've been working with the angels and really bringing them in for the situations that you're going through. And so now it's time to take another, like an even deeper look. And let's really go in and let's look at the real Linda, as far as you've been through an incredible amount, and it's probably brought up a lot of questions about a lot of things. And Mariel can really help you work through those questions. He can assist to help heal your heart from guilt into self-worth, from self-worth into compassion, and he just tunes you into that pure, like unconditional love. And this is where you know that ultimately your soul's journey is about being in service. And you're like, okay, well, what does that mean? And in service of love means that, like, you show your soul's light wherever you go and whoever you encounter. You do this through acts of kindness, even just a smile, or just bringing, food to a neighbor, whatever it is. And just don't be afraid to show the real you. I think sometimes it's hard for you to really show that vulnerable side, and of course letting people in is always a scary thing, but that's okay. And this angel is here to help you to kind of show maybe the softer side of Linda. You are such a strong person, and you can do anything. Honestly, it's like Wonder Woman. That's who I'm talking to. But sometimes it's okay to show that softer side. And I think because when you allow people to see that, they're going to see that you can be strong, and then you can also be I don't want to say soft because that's not the right word, but you can have that vulnerable side without compromising it. So call on this archangel, work with him, and he's going to help you with manifesting for your highest good, working with that pure love, being in service to other people, and he's an amazing angel to work with. And I will leave you with that.
Love it. All right, you've got Maggie, Abbott, Novak.
Okay.
All right, so Ina B. Sorry, I'm really bad with names. I have two things. So I cannot see the comments if you respond, but I can see them after the show on Transformation Talks page. So for me, I don't know if it's with you or if it's with someone else, but I have to say it because I have a Hispanic grandmother who is talking to me in Spanish really, really, really fast. And so if I don't acknowledge her because she's so pushy in a good way, then she won't leave me alone. So she definitely has, okay, she's got some concerns. And again, I don't know if this is for you. That's why if you could respond over at Transformation Talk, great. I have pulled you a card, so I have it. But there's some concerns that she has within the family and helping and healing. So I'm going to put that out there and put her over here. Now I'm going to shelve this part of it because for you, Ina, the card that I pulled was courage. And it's about marching at the beat of your own drum. It's being able to stand up in the presence of yourself and say, hey, enough is enough. I'm done. I am taking back my power. I'm taking back my life. I am going into the space of healing within myself, but don't quiet yourself anymore. Don't silence yourself anymore. It says, I live passionately and courageously. And that's where this courage starts to connect. And it's just an awesome card because she's over here she does not give a fuck what's going on. She is marching at the beat of her own drum. It says, card meaning, throw your shoulders back, step forward, and take a risk. So right now is a time. So when you're thinking about, do I move forward? Yes, please move forward in what you're thinking about because the time is right. It says, be willing to listen to the beat of your own drum, honor your truth, speak for yourself, be impeccable in all of your actions. Then the soul part of this card is you have the radiant spirit of a warrior of the light. So take the darkness, take the lessons that you've learned throughout this life and move forward with it, help heal. So again, find that Phoenix energy. I don't know why this is so prominent right now, but it is. So we're going to go with it and surround yourself because Phoenix rises from the ashes. So if you look up the Phoenix, right, and Phoenix energy, and it is all about crumbling, allowing that energy to fall and still stand in that strength and power stance for you. And it says, don't allow yourself to be limited by your belief systems. It's time to take action with passion. Okay. Allow the passion. Again, passion's a word, right? Harmony and passion. You have a huge angelic presence, Ina, around you because my ears are ringing like crazy. And I know this is your team coming in and they're lifting you up and they're actually showing me you on these like wings. And all I hear is that song on the Wings of Love. That's what it's called, right?
Yes.
Anybody knows that song, let me know who sang it so that we can put it over on Transformation Talk Radio because they want your spirit team wants you to listen to this song, okay? And it's about rising you up with those wings of love. It's about that angelic presence. It's about connecting with the people on the other side they're talking about as well. And it says, courage doesn't mean that you aren't afraid. Fearless means that fearless. You are moving into a fearless state as you work through that energy. Jeffrey Osborne, On the Wings of Love. That's the song for you, okay? And it also says, face your anxiety and go beyond the boundaries of limited perceptions of yourself. Breathe, work on some mindfulness practices, some meditation, some connections, okay? But it's time for you to breathe and bring that power back in. The loss that you have exhibited over the past couple of years, they're showing me, has been great in that heart center. And it's about reconnecting with yourself and you will reconnect and feel them as well. And I will leave you with that. Whew, that was crazy. I like it when songs pop in, ones that I, haven't heard since, was it 1970s?
I don't know.
I don't either. There we go. LaShawn was already on Jeffrey Osborne. Love it. And Linda says, thanks, Nick.
Yo, my pleasure.
Love it. All right. So you got Maggie, and then I'm going to go ahead and go over to Denise M.
What I love is this is like I don't know, like 44 cards in this book. And like the chances of getting 2 cards are the same, but we got it. So Zadkiel has once again popped in. for you,
Maggie.
Maggie. And so, again, just a quick refresher, known as the angel of mercy, he encourages and motivates people to turn to God for mercy and forgiveness. Need to heal from pain and overcome sin, freeing them to move forward with their lives in healthier ways. And they're showing me that you are sort of that head figure, right? So you're definitely, you have people that I don't want to say you're in charge of, but that come to you when there's conflict. You're kind of like, you're somebody that's going to settle it. And so that's why they're encouraging Zadkiel's popping in for you as well. Zadkiel helps you remember what's most important, so you can focus on what's most important in your life and their life. And you can kind of, if there is this conflict that you're dealing with, you can just like, he helps put things in perspective. Like, is this going to matter to me in 5 months, in 5 years? Is this situation going to affect me? And he can help you. If it is, cool, let's figure out a long-term plan. If it isn't, let's figure out a way just to get right past that. His signature sign is helping people renew their minds to let go of negativity and focus on the healthy attitudes that you're meant to enjoy. He helps empower people to develop confidence, discover and fulfill your purpose in life, and build healthy relationships in others. So again, there's something going on where people are coming to you. So just make sure that you're able to use that, call him in, use that angelic guidance and wisdom to really put things in perspective for them. And you have to remember, just like the angels don't judge, you don't judge either. So when these people come to you to help them resolve their conflict, don't be judging. I'm not saying you are, but it's particularly important that you create kind of like a safe space for them to be able to tell you the entire situation and not the parts that just make them not look bad. Because when you have that, when people can just freely talk to you, then it helps. And then if they know that you're not going to judge them, you're going to love them the next day anyway, even though of course you will, but sometimes they need to be reminded of that. So call in Zadkiel and he's going to help you through this. I'll leave you with that.
Love it. Wink. All right, we're actually going to get this done. We've got Griselda, Audrey, and Dawn. So we've got 8 minutes. We can get these ones. Which one calls to you? Griselda,
All
Audrey?
of them.
Well, they all do.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to pick one?
Nope.
Why don't you do Griselda?
Got it.
Okay, right now I have got Denise M, Audrey and Dawn. Stay tuned. We've got 5 minutes left. Please, you know us. Okay, so you guys have heard me talk in 2 other readings today about the Phoenix. The Phoenix.
Hello, Phoenix.
What do I flip and draw for you? Transformation, the Phoenix, Diane. Yeah, or Diane. Duh. Denise. I don't know why I'm saying Diane. But transformation, a fresh new way of living emerges. You have to take the steps. You have to move forward. You have to move out of your space. That's what they keep showing me. PTSD. We need to work through this. We need to move. They're literally picking you up by your head and moving you, Denise, into a different space. So I'm not saying pick up and move your home, but you're spending a lot of time in these 4 walls, and they want you to literally pick yourself up. And I know that you'll go outside and you do things and you connect that way. But this says you're in a time of huge transformation. Also, old beliefs, ideas, decisions about who you are and what you deserve in life is dropping away, replaced by vitality and new pathways. So you are putting out new ideas. They are acknowledging that it's time to move forward. Also, this journey from transformation transforms the traveler. So as you travel on this journey, it is time for you to be open to that. They want you to pay attention to the number 7. Look up angel number 7 and tune into that part of it. It also says, like the phoenix that arises majestically from the ashes, which I've just freaking said. So I think this is obviously a common theme for all of us right now, is transformation, allowing ourselves to be vulnerable, let the ashes fall. Big change in your life is at hand. 7 also means July. So that's this month, which is very interesting as well. So you should already be feeling this energy. It's time for you to move forward. And I will leave you with that, Denise. All right. What do you have for Griselda?
Okay, so this is an interesting card. This is the Seraphiel card, and this is some next level stuff right here that we're dealing with.
Yeah, but Griselda's also on a next level in that angelic realm as well. She's one of the only people I've read for where the angel actually came down and stood behind her on her team. So that was pretty cool.
Okay, so this is basically reminding you, when this angel shows up, is reminding you to step into your light. Okay. Imagine what your life would be like if you opened your heart completely, and then act as if your heart is fully open. When you do so, this angel will bring you inner peace, happiness, healing, abundance, and love. Expand your heart and receive this illumination. And you just have to make, when I see an angel card like this, it has a million colors on it and it's just bright, and it's that angelic light is available to you. So if you've been feeling a little bit down or just like not sure, just something's off, that is a reminder. Bring it in. Okay. Open up that gateway, ask those angels to bring their light, and through them, you will shine too. And you're going to just remember that life's purpose, and you're going to make other people, because you have that light and you're going so bright, you're going to make other people feel better just by being there, just by being in the damn room. They're going to feel better. And I'm going to leave you with that. Sorry for the speed read.
That's what happens. Yeah. Dawn, you just get it. We know your phone number. You get a card. Nikki will pick it out. She'll send it over to you. For Audrey, you know what? What is going on with him? He's like, whoops, that was really 2 minutes from now. I got Audrey, but Dawn, we'll send you a picture of your card and that message. And we'll do Audrey right now. It's the rainbow blessings. Blessings are showering your life. You are emerging, and they keep spelling out emergence. Get out there, go do you, be you, and feel you. Feel that energy within you. And you are rising from the phoenix ashes. Yes, I just did a little woo, but that is what's so awesome to finish off the show, is that you have gone through that transformation, that tear down, that build up, that tear down, and you are now owning it, and you are stepping out of those ashes transformed into this brand new light, which I absolutely love for you. That is some powerful stuff. You guys, tomorrow night, Shades of Spirit is going to take my Eye of Soul space. It is 5 p.m., same place, same time. Transformation Talk Radio, Shades of Spirit LLC Facebook page. We're interviewing Jody. We are the first ones to interview her after she is signed, dotted. The book is done. We're going to talk about her book, promote her book. Please join us. It's going to be an empowering show. And you guys, thank you so much. Go over to shadesofspirit.com where you can book your appointment. And we will see you guys tomorrow evening at 5 p.m. Thanks, guys. You've been listening to Shades of Spirit with me, Jamie.
And me, Spiritwalker Nicole.
Tune in next time on TransformationTalkRadio.com as we connect you with your crossed over loved ones, angels, and guides.
And for more information and to book your own private experience, go to shadesofspirit.com. That's shadesofspirit.com.